Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, Gerald Tarot Stash. I'm so happy that you're back.
I'm
Um,
glad to be back on Linda de Gonzalez's channel. So everybody please like and subscribe, share this video, blah, blah, blah.
yes, please like and subscribe. I'm only 2 away from 250 subscribers. And so next, sorry?
I'm laughing at Annie. She's like, and that's not inspiring, Gerald. Because I put that in there. Today's inspiration. Where am I stuck? How do I get unstuck? But
Okay, I got to get that banner going on the ticker going on asking questions because we are using Nightbot. So because I can't be trusted to I cannot be trusted to keep track of questions because when I'm answering, my eyes are closed.
Yeah.
So
exclamation point JOIN space and then your concise question with 100 characters or less.
Yeah, there's a character limit that I can't hack. I did my best. I spent 2 hours going through StreamYard and going through Nightbot and all the commands. And the character limit must therefore be YouTube's. And I cannot hack it. I'm not really a hacker, but I'm pretty good with technology. And so I did my best and can't do it. Okay, so I already see that we've got some questions. Hi, Annie Bear. Hi, Hypnicity. Oh, it's nice to see you. Harley was first in. Hey, Harley. CJ's here. Hi, CJ. Addie. Hi, Addie. Cheryl. Let's see. I'm just rolling down here, reading it. Okay, Addie, I see your question, and I'm going to star it. I'm going to mark it so that it will get answered because I get it. And here's Cheryl with another question. We have a theme today. We talked about this. We've been talking about this for a while now, at least a month, and we wanted to do something around. Oh, good for you. Maria, hi. Rossi, Lisa Niedermeyer. Sorry, we wanted to do something around stuckness because that's a constant theme that both of us are encountering in in my case, in my daily life, and also in the readings that I'm asked to give, and the feedback that I get in comments and so on.
Yeah. Well, and also because a lot of times, we're using the word inspiration because inspiration is a great word instead of what was instead of
I like it better than guidance
or guidance. And what also is happening, I just did a live yesterday with JJ from Tuta Speaks, and some people here were in that. A lot of what's happening is there's so much energy coming in. We are all processing that energy differently. And some people are getting great downloads. I'm going to use Annie Bear as an experience, as an example.
She's an experience too.
She's getting these experiences. She's so open to it. She knows how to connect with Gaia, Mother Gaia, and is being so honest with what's coming up and embracing those emotions. It's really, really beautiful. And it's truly an inspiration. So so that idea of is sometimes when I have a shift in my own in myself, in my own development or my own awareness, I do feel stuck before I can move. So yeah. I hope it's okay that I used you as an example, Annie. It's very inspiring.
Yes, Annie is an inspiration just all on her own. And Diane says, like a theme. Well, yeah, it is a theme.
Mm-hmm.
It is absolutely a theme. Um, Maria, if you want to, okay, well, not just Maria, but anybody, if you want to alter your question, if it updates automatically, if you type exclamation mark join space, exactly the same format with your new question, it'll update. And then when I type next, then we'll have it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm, I want to know how many questions we have. Oh yeah, 100 characters, Lisa. Okay, so we've got 8 people in the queue, and I have 4 questions starred. That's 12 questions. I am arbitrarily closing the queue because we have 12 questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I am really, really bad at managing time. I think we're going to be here for an hour and a half is my wild ass guess. So, okay, so I'm going to start with the marked questions. I have Annie Bear, Addie, Cheryl, and Hypnicity. And Annie Bear would like to know.
I would like to ask the Akashic Masters if loving awareness is the new Claire I am aware of. I'm loving it. Psst, I have a I don't give up angel with me. Ask for one too. So
Yeah, I survived because I have an I don't give up angel. Loving awareness. I'm not sure that that's a Claire. I think that that's one of the spiritual gifts that you get from growth, from growing. But let's ask. Let's find out.
and so Annie, one of the things that I'm feeling as I did you need to do anything to speak to the records or anything like that? Did you need to open them?
I forgot.
So
no wonder I wasn't getting anything. Okay, we're going to open the records and then read the key. And then at the end of all this, we're going to do a healing and clearing for everyone. So stick around to the end. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us. And we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We open ourselves to the light, and with this light, we open ourselves to our truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided towards our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And so, the group of people here present, those who will join us later, and those who will watch in the future, are given the truth to best serve them on their healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for them in this moment. I'm going to read silently. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy field of this group of people present, those who will join us later, and those who will watch in the future to receive the records of their souls. So be it.
So mote it be. Annie Bear, are you still here? Because I know Annie Bear was doing about 60 things at once.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to read for Annie Bear because when I saw this, I was completely. I was like going, it's a loving awareness. Is it the new Claire that you're aware of? Annie, what it is it's not a Claire per se. It is a new way that you have to interact with the environment around you. There is a weaving that you're doing of the heaven and the earth and the space around. So it's very much it's very much an up and down and across. It's a really powerful image that's coming through, and I think loving awareness is it's something that is actually activating. It's how do I say this? It's activating some special gifts that you have to offer those who are around you. So it's certainly a I don't know if that's making any sense. Are you getting anything with that, Linda? But it's like, oh my gosh, it's really really powerful. And okay, yeah,
She's connecting deeply with the universe. It's not a Claire. It's like it's not a Claire. Our Claires are our senses. So like taste, touch, smell. They're the spiritual higher octave, if you will, of our senses. So we can clairvoyant, we can see clearly clearly.
Yeah. Oh,
I know.
wow.
Into the future or into the past or into something that isn't like right in front of our physical eyes. So your sense of loving awareness is not exactly it's much more of a function of your whole soul leveling up, if I can say that, moving on to a different level of awareness completely. So there's a physical level of awareness. There's the spiritual, like the Claire level of awareness. Honey, you've like moved on.
Oh, it's beyond that. And if you want to call it a Claire, I fully support you in that.
Yeah.
What's coming, Annie, is there's this great power of connection and encouragement. I keep getting the message, keep doing what you're doing, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. Because it's as you are developing your own awareness and you're healing yourself, you're healing the earth, you're healing the others who are touching the earth, you are healing those in the sky. So I mean there's a beautiful resonance about it. So
I got big chills.
It's like a new superpower. It's incredible.
I don't think that I have the words. So you should be loving it because it sure is loving you, and you are being held and cherished. And I mean, I can't even describe it.
And I want everybody to call on a "Don't Give Up" angel. I don't give up, angel. I love that. That's inspiration. So,
it is. That really is inspiration.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I love it. Thanks, Annie. That was.
Thanks, Annie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's your new state of being, Annie. Get used to it.
And it's just the start.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's more to come.
Stuff. Yeah.
There's way more to come.
It's beautiful, Annie. Thank you.
Wow. Good for you, Annie. I'm jealous. No, I'm not, because she has a road to walk. Next we have Addie, who wants to know if she was ever an accountant or anything to do with numbers in any past life. Now, just to remind you guys, these are the questions that were asked before I opened the queue. And so they're not, I marked them because they're legitimate questions, and I hadn't opened the queue because, and so, so that's where these are coming from. That's why you don't see the usual join Nightbot, blah, blah, blah thing on them. An accountant. Do you have anything to say about that?
The short answer is yes, you had something to do with numbers. That makes sense to me. And part of it was, I want to say a banker, but that's not quite right. It's sort of a like an intermediary, somebody who's like a, what do they call those people that work at a bank? It was like you were a teller, and you counted things up. So
Isn't that interesting?
That's what I do now for years. And you're good at it. It feels comfortable. You are there's a reason you're connected with it, and you spot things that others don't normally spot. So Hypnicity said maybe a math teacher. I was actually getting something with numbers and math as a teacher. So yeah, that could certainly be. So but I'm, it's comfortable. That would be something interesting to do some journaling about. And, because you have an affinity for that. I think when somebody has an affinity for something, there's something that is coming through.
There.
Yeah, there's something that's coming through.
So it's not just one life that you've had with numbers. I see you with a little clay tablet and a chunk of wood, carving things into the clay tablet. You're receiving
the record.
You're receiving you're in a hot, dusty place, which could be Egypt, it could be anywhere in Mesopotamia or the Middle East, but it's that kind of place. People are wearing robes and sandals, and the laborers, like the people that are doing the actual grunt work, they're just wearing loincloths. You're marking, okay, this guy brought 10 goats. And you're marking that down on the clay tablet and giving him the clay tablet. And then he goes on to wherever he goes on to the next whatever it is. So taxes, tributes, something like that. I'm not sure. Merchant, maybe a merchant, although there's a huge amount of stuff in front of this depository, in front of this warehouse. So I'm not, I think that it's taxes. Yeah, way long ago. And that wasn't the first time you were counting stuff either. But yeah, there you are. You've had lots to do with accounting and counting and keeping track in many lives, Patty.
Mm-hmm.
It's something you're good at.
Yes, I got that feeling as well, Linda.
Yeah, she's good at it, or they are good at it. Sorry. Okay, next. Cheryl wants to know, how is the life I had as a book editor and printer influencing my current life? Well, you like to read and misprints and errors, spelling errors, and the wrong word used. They make you crazy, just like me. And I don't think I was ever an editor, but they make me nuts. And you're the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Go ahead, Gerald.
You don't have to
I'm
apologize.
so rude to you. I'm
You're
so
not
rude.
Good Lord. Good Lord.
That just fell out of my mouth.
No, that's good. That's one of the reasons I enjoy being with you. One of the other things, Cheryl, that I got is there is an importance as a book editor and a printer for the historic aspect of the work that was being captured and being printed. And I'm wondering if now in your current life, if the idea of a legacy and what you're leaving behind is important. So I'm curious if, Cheryl, does that mean anything to you? That sense of just in the sense of there's this importance. You want things to be accurate and to be a true representation of accuracy and truth is extremely important to you. And I love the idea that you were an editor and a printer. I would imagine also that you probably you may have been one of those monks that was a scribe.
Yeah.
So yes, truth is important to me. Yeah, and I got tingles on that one. And Cheryl, I think this is what's important to you. You want to know the truth. You need to understand things. Because then when you speak, it's truthful, and then people, when they try to argue with that, they don't really have a leg to stand on because what you're saying is truth, and you don't have to argue with them. It's just true. These are facts. So that's what I have, Cheryl. It's actually quite nice. Quite nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's you're getting nothing but positive from that past lifetime in now. I mean, there's the annoyances of being able to proofread on the fly, but that's very, very minor. I want to say hello to a few people who've come in. Millie Smith, hi, honey. And oh man, I'm going to miss them all. Sorry. Bora Becca B, who has, I don't think, been here before. Hi, and welcome.
Yeah, listen to us. We're both like, welcome. We should have like a little welcome dance or something like that,
Welcome to our pretty place. Okay. Where did that come from?
Welcome. And the jazz hands out.
Your jazz hands are a lot more ladylike and delicate than my big fat jazz hands.
Well, and I would also say, Cheryl, one of the great things is for you is, as we're thinking about getting unstuck and where you're stuck, it's finding the truth is harder now than it ever has been because there's so many sources. And I would say honor that it's taking a little bit longer to uncover exactly what's true and identifying what's not true.
Competing versions of truth and reality.
Yep. Because you got to get a real. I mean, I was just talking to somebody about that recently. It's a like, and if you see a 6 or a 9, and one person is looking at it from one angle and the other person is looking from the opposite angle, it's a 6. Yeah. And it's a 9, and both of them are correct.
Yeah.
So.
And if without context, you can't tell.
Correct.
Like when you go shoe shopping and you're looking for a size 6, they have a little line under the 6 or under the 9, so you can tell which is the right way up. That blew my mind the first time I saw that.
Oh yeah, and that goes back to that math thing, the accounting, because you've got 6s and 9s, and then you've got 7s where you put the little dash in the 7, and Anyhow,
Yeah. I'm a little bit dyslexic, like not really, really dyslexic. I don't know what it is, but I tend to confuse fives and eights. And so that was a lot of fun when I was an accounting clerk.
do you want to remove them? Ask the question type. That banner.
Sure, because it's irritating, isn't it?
Well, no, it just
We don't need it anymore.
Yeah, we don't need it. So I added my question
Okay.
before I knew about Nightbot. Essentially, the same question. Didn't mean to take up 2 spots. Okay.
What? Okay. I'll see that in a second.
Okay.
I would like to ask Hypnicity. Hypnicity wants to know if she had a previous life or dealing with death. I'm very triggered by dead beings in this life. I cannot look at lifeless beings. I didn't view my parents' bodies. Oh, isn't that interesting? Go ahead, Gerald. I
was just looking to see if there was more on that. I don't see it. Okay. I think, yes, you did. Okay. So I believe you were a physician or someone who helped doctors care for dying patients. It was something that there was a real, you were part of a group who really was working from many different angles, from the science, from the spiritual, from the magical standpoint. And it was something that it was when a patient did not survive, it was very disappointing for all of you in this environment that you were working in. So there's a sense of disappointment that comes through with that, because there was so much that you were trying to do, and when it didn't work, it really hurt at a core level. That sounds right. I couldn't imagine working with hospice in this life. And so part of it is a bit of a break. And the other part of it is I'm hearing is this sense of it is important for you to live things as fully as possible and experience them as completely as possible, because you want to have you internalize things because you want to have this true connection. This is the chance for you to really honor the living and the aspect of living instead of the not living. So
I'm getting that it really made you feel like a failure when someone died.
Mm-hmm.
That you felt that you failed on a fundamental level, that you had failed your mission, your purpose, the reason for which you were created. You had failed at it,
mm-hmm.
which is a soul crushing feeling. And you never, or it was difficult. I'm not sure that you were ever able to accomplish this in that lifetime or those lifetimes, because I'm getting there was more than one. It was really hard for you to wrap yourself around the whole concept of that this was part of life too, that they had gone on, they had just left and gone somewhere else.
Yeah. And she said, I know that souls don't die. She just said
yeah,
that.
No, I know you know that. I know you know that.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing the shell that was left behind when the soul left was really more than your heart could bear. So yeah, so you're I think who cares what I think? If I could suggest meditating on transformation, and I think it's in the Bible. I'm not sure. We talk about your body as a temple and you should treat it as such. It's still a temple, even if the soul isn't in there. It was a temple, and it's absolutely deserving of respect and loving treatment, to be treated lovingly and respectfully in honor of the soul that inhabited it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's helpful to you at all, Hypnicity. This is just stuff that's random, stuff that's coming, that Spirit is telling me. It's not a bad thing. It's an expression of your pain. It's an expression of your sense of failure as a doctor, as a healer.
Well, and if I may jump into that, if we're looking at our inspiration today, the idea of where are we stuck and how to get unstuck, perhaps this is an opportunity for you to go, okay, I don't want to see the lifeless body. Perhaps see it as the vessel that supported the soul through its experiences, and and frame it a little differently.
Yeah.
Automatic writing could get into it today. Oh, I think that's really powerful.
Yeah, I got chills with that. I think that's a really powerful thing too. Hypnicity says my automatic writing could get interesting today. Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting. Hi, Jonathan Daly and Liz in awe. I'm just going to absolutely jump right. T. Lynn is here. Early Ritual is here. Hi there.
Hi, Tom.
And I want to welcome Kara, who was too late for questions. But I want to be sure that you know that at the end of this, we're going to be doing a healing and a clearing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you sometimes when you hear people's questions and the answers that they get, something may hit you. It happens to me.
Yes.
Actually, pretty.
Yeah.
So here's Linda Kelser. And so I'm so glad to see you all here. Thank you all for coming.
Yes.
Okay, so I really hope that was helpful to you, Hypnicity, because that was a pretty powerful question, and some pretty powerful answers. Hang on a second here. Now we're going to go to our bestie Nightbot.
There you go.
See what, oh, good. I'm glad, Hypnicity. Harley wants to know, she saw herself with a bird as a native on a horse and a similar. This is a very similar question to something from last week, or from, maybe it was from Akashic Adventures. Okay, so Harley, do you have anything you want to say about that, Gerald? I'm going to interpret this. Sorry to interrupt you.
Go for it.
I'm going to interpret this as what inspiration is meant for you from this image, from this vision that you received, this image that you received. What is the inspiration for you within that is how I'm going to interpret it. Gerald, of course, you are free to.
Well, I like that. I like that interpretation, because let's break that down, Harley. I would encourage you to, what kind of bird was it? And what do birds mean for you? Yeah. And what does being native, being a native on a horse mean to you? And a similar male. Things that are coming through for me are, it is an important thing if you're looking at wanting to get unstuck. A bird has the ability to fly up and to get a different perspective. And someone who is riding on a horse, oftentimes they are connected with that horse and they are moving very quickly. So there is this sense of connection between the rider and the horse, which is extremely powerful. So, and with a similar male, I'm wondering if, Harley, part of this is, it's really important for you to give yourself permission to. It was an eagle. I would say it's important for you to rise up, get a view, whilst you continue to move forward, and keep your reins on the horse, because you and the horse work together, and this another male could be a spirit guide, and it could help you harness where you need to go before you know that that's what you need. Felt the man was like my guide. There you go. I just said that. Yeah.
I don't have anything to add to that. I think that is absolutely 1,000,000% spot on. Also, if you want to get Jungian about it, it's the animus and the anima working together to progress.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's good.
So your entire being, okay, working together, the eagle to show you the way, and the horse to get you there. Like,
that's great.
Wow. Well, she says the man, or he, I think it's a she. Harley says the man had the energy of a present friend. Well, that's what the animus is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the anima. I mean,
yin yang. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's exactly right. Good stuff. Good stuff, Harley. Awesome. Yeah, well, it's a he, Harley, but I was referring to you. I'm never certain, really certain, unless somebody is named Linda de Gonzalez, what exactly gendered person that I'm talking to, and so I try to be really careful, especially with names like Harley and Addie and so on. So
this was mine from from previously. You can ignore this.
You want me to ignore that?
No, the one that's showing me. I'm the next person. That's from before. You can read it if you want, but
oh well.
Do you see Nightbot?
Yeah, I do. I'm looking at it right now. This one. That's what you're talking about. Okay. Yes, Harley, it is very, very cool. It is a really cool vision that you had. Well, yes, of course you should. I don't even know why you're asking.
Yes, Gerald, stop asking. Just start. Okay, thank you. Next.
Avert your eyes. Yeah, you absolutely should be writing a book. It will get a lot of attention and praise and positive attention from the people that matter most to you. So from people who know their shit, people who know their stuff. Um, it will be used as a reference. This is a book on tarot. Yes? No? I mean,
Nope.
No?
It's not a book on tarot.
Really? Because
Not.
it's a reference book. I'm getting that it's a reference book. So I assume tarot, but there you go.
No, and Tom is like, and Gerald, you're an overachiever, so I expect multiple volumes, no pressure.
yeah.
And in fact, it's at least a trilogy of a young adult novel.
No, seriously?
Seriously.
Then you've got another book coming, because I'm absolutely getting a book that people look things up in.
Okay. There you go. Maybe. I'll write that down.
Look things up? Well,
no, a resource book.
Some kind of a resource book. I don't know. I mean, it could even be, I suppose, quilting or some other thing that you're in which you have expertise. But Tom says we need to get a fiber arts book out of you, Gerald. Well, yeah.
Yeah. So, yep.
It's write the book, and there's going to be more than and there's going to be more than one. But absolutely, I didn't see anything about a novel. I saw only reference material.
I mean, I could, it could be a compilation of stuff, because I'm always taking notes. I mean, here, let me prove my point. I'm always taking notes all of the time. So, but I think the big thing for me is to know what's the perspective I bring to it that other people haven't done. Yeah.
And that's always the most valuable thing, is your authentic self.
Yep.
The most valuable thing you can bring to anything.
Can you imagine me publishing a book? Maybe then I would get invited to people's channels to talk about the book. How fun would that be?
Stephen Colbert. Oh, what a trip that would be. Okay. Hi, Journey Through Heart, Mind, Body, Soul. I'm sorry. Yes, questions are closed. But stick around, please. We'll be doing a healing and a clearing at the end of the show, which, who knows when that's going to be. And we're also answering a whole bunch of different questions in which you might find some inspiration towards an answer. So welcome, and please stick around. Harley says, Gerald, if it has chapters and a table of contents, it can be considered reference.
There you go.
Hey, works for me. Okay, so let's see who's next. I don't even know how you could ask that. If you have the urge to write a book, of course you should write it.
Don't judge me, Linda.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying. I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
I'm yanking your chain, lady. It's like what we used to do all the time.
I know. It just feels so familiar.
That's interesting.
At which point I should punch your shoulder.
Yes, you should.
Next person in the queue is Maria, is receiving abundance. Oh my goodness, I love reading that name. I get so excited whenever I see you in the chat, because I love your name so much. What was a significant past life I have had that's important to my current incarnation? And what inspiration can that past life bring to you now? I'm adding this just like all on my own, because we're talking about inspiration today.
Maria, did I read on this recently? This sounds really familiar to me. It sounds really familiar.
Yeah, like every third question is about significant past lives that are impacting this one. So,
But it's fine. Oh, I was just like, I'm just curious.
Viviani. Hi, sweetie. Oh, wait. She's got an updated question. I'm going to change it, okay?
Oh, go for it.
Is this the one you want to okay, yeah, she's just confirmed it. That is her updated question. Okie dokie. How can I best move into this next phase of my soul's path, including overcoming physical limits?
I pulled some cards on this. The Fool. Go forth with an excitement of not holding on to the past. Go into the amazing light energy that is around to you, including overcoming physical limitations. Part of this feels like it is important for you to think things through as you are addressing your physical limitations. Figure out the journey you want to go on, and then think about, okay, so I have these physical limitations. What am I going to do to accommodate and to overcome with those? So I'm so excited about this chapter because I think this is a feeling of planning ahead is really important for this. And think about the possibilities. Well, this and this can happen. It feels very much like exercise the potentiality of what you can overcome and how you can overcome it, and then be open to allowing others to help you and support you with that. That's a significant thing.
So Maria, sorry, are you done?
I am.
Okay. Maria, I'm inspired to tell you the story of a guy by the name of Vlad Vexler. He's on YouTube. He's a political philosopher. He is a fascinating man. And he has ME, which is myalgic encephalitis, which he got very suddenly as a result of a high fever he suffered when he was at university. So the guy has, I don't know, like 3 PhDs or something. I'm not sure. He is a brilliant philosophical thinker. And if you like that kind of stuff, I highly recommend him. Mm-hmm. Very compassionate, gentle man. Now, his ME means that he has approximately 2 hours of time available to him during the day to accomplish anything. The rest of the time, he is in bed, in pain, unable to move. He has a severe degree of it. With this 2 hours of productive time, as he calls it, he is able to keep up with political news around the world. He focuses on Russia and the West and the relationship between the two and the philosophical, well, never mind. Anyway, he writes, he manages his YouTube channel and responds as pretty promptly to queries and questions and so on and so forth. So why I was tempted, or not tempted, but inspired to tell you about Vlad is here is someone who has 2 hours a day to do anything, include probably, like his laundry and whatever, or maybe he has help for that. I'm not sure. But he has 2 hours a day to accomplish stuff, and he accomplishes a lot. I suspect because he thinks and then he does. He spends his 20 hours a day thinking, or 22 hours a day thinking and planning, and then 2 hours a day executing. So what's the message for you in that is you can accomplish a lot by using your energy strategically. I don't know what your physical limitations are, or even that you have any, but I'm hearing use strategy. Employ your effective, employ your most effective, talents, capacities.
May I add?
Yeah.
Use your analytical brain, which is one of your superpowers, and put it to this task. So you go through all of the different options, and then so that when it comes time to do something, you need to only do it once.
Yeah.
There's this very analytical and very scientific approach to it. So that, that idea of this, Vlad does not stop the processing. It's like when you put a formula into a computer, and you tell the computer to go, solve this problem, and it's always running in the background, and then suddenly it spits out the answer. It's like the answer to the universe is what, 42? Is that right? Is that Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy? They've been doing this for so long, they've forgotten the question. But I have a sense Maria is receiving abundance. This is actually a really potent thing. Potent is the word that I was told to say. It's a potent opportunity for you. Okay, I interrupted you, so go.
No, that's fine. The other thing that I'm inspired to tell you is the next phase of your soul's path has a lot to do with surrender and acceptance. Reception. Mm-hmm. So your physical limitations may not matter at all. I'm not getting that you're being called forth to lead troops into battle or anything like that. You may write. You may speak. But mostly you're going within. So,
wow.
So your physical limitations don't matter at all. And with the exception that if you're in pain, please manage it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Maria, I hope that helps. That's wow, how did I get Vlad Vexler in here? Oh.
Doesn't matter, but you got him in.
Yeah.
Well, because Vlad is actually doing what we were both talking about.
Yeah.
Using your analytical mind, which is pretty dang powerful. Don't discount yourself. So.
Yeah. And to continue to connect with people in a meaningful and growth oriented way. So that's my inspiration for you. And Gerald's inspiration was pretty awesome as well. Yeah. Okay. So next.
Love it. And thank you everybody for being here. Do hit the thumbs up.
Yes, please. And subscribe. And both of us do private readings. The links are in the description of the show. I think I remembered them this time. No, I remember them every time. Because I just copy and paste because I'm lazy. And okay, so CJ is next.
And CJ did add something below.
She did. Yeah, she altered it. Hi, CJ. Okay, wait, no, that's not the one I want. I want this one. Yes.
Feeling stuck. Any advice for my personal spiritual development?
Oh, Hypnicity says I hit 250. Did I really? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome because I booked a show for the giveaway. I'm giving away a free 1-hour reading on Sunday the 26th. I gave myself lots of time to get to 250 because it's been like, it was at 249 and then it went to 247 and then 248 and then 247. I hate that. It makes me crazy. So 2:00, Sunday the 26th, live giveaway. It's just going to be a giveaway show, like, 20 minutes, half an hour. I'm not doing any readings that show unless you like twist my arm. Because Sundays are usually pretty busy for people. So I don't want to take up like a whole bunch of your time. But yeah, Sunday the 26th, I'll put out a community page announcement for it, and I'll have that up as soon as I get the graphics done. Yay. Yes, a party with popcorn and balloons and everything. So yes, Gerald and I both do private readings, and our PayPal links are in the description as well as our email links. And yeah, please feel free. We love doing private readings. Sorry, I got really distracted here. Maria made a comment about, okay, so let me tell you a little bit about Vlad Vexler. He's like extremely academic, and I love listening to him because he has the most incredibly sexy accent in the universe, but also because he is like really information dense and makes me think and makes me reconsider what I thought was truth.
Sure.
And I love listening to him. Okay. He puts a really interesting spin on political stuff. And yeah. So please, if you end up falling asleep, please don't blame me, because I'm warning you. It's like listening to a professor, because that's what he is, or that's what he was. So, okay. The more you know.
Yes, the more you know. I'm feeling stuck. Any advice for my personal spiritual development? Yes. You need to figure out something new that you want to learn about, and you need to approach it and start studying it. Your spiritual growth, it feels like you need to pick up a book, go to a library, go to a bookstore, something like that, find a book that you're drawn to, purchase it responsibly, and then study it, and to make notes about it, and then make notes, make marginalia and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those important things, because you're needing CJ, and I don't know you. I've seen you in chat, I think, a couple of times. One of the things that feels the reason this is important is you're feeling a little stagnant. You know, it is an important thing for you to experience something new.
Yeah.
And play with that, because then you can actually take it in and process Egyptian studies, i.e. from being a Libyan student. Sure, I would say give it a try. I'm a huge fan of going to my local library and checking books out of the library. Don't write in your library books. I also think it's a good idea. Yeah, don't fold pages. Don't fold pages. But I also consider going into talking to a librarian and look at young adult or kids materials, because that's the way to get the boiled down information without all of the extra fluff, just to see if this is something that you would like to do.
Yes, 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 yes.
So I'm a big supporter of that. So for me, it's very much CJ. You need to learn something new. So yeah, Egyptian studies. Go find out about Egypt.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so-
Don't. Yeah. Anything. Learn anything. Go and read. I don't know, books on tarot. Go and read. Okay, so one guy I really like that might sort of kickstart your development is Dr. Michael Newton, Journey of Souls and Destiny of Souls.
Mhm.
He's got other books too. Those are the ones I have, so those are the ones I remember. But that kind of blew my mind open when I read them a couple of years ago. And The Four Agreements, there's another book. These are just like spirituality kind of oriented books. But if you want to learn about Egyptian history or medieval history or anything like that, there's tons of books that are available that are not so academic that you have like half a page of footnotes. Oh God, those are so tedious.
but and I also want to say, CJ, I'm get one book and take that one book home and then read that. Don't overwhelm yourself with 5 or 6 books.
Yeah.
Because you're going to, this is you need to read from cover to cover. And if you speak to a librarian and they can give you some suggestions on kids or young adult in nonfiction, it's a great way to start. Look at them and go with the one that you're drawn to.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, I think that's an awesome
one.
suggestion. Sorry.
No, start with one. Start
Yeah.
with one.
It's an awesome suggestion to use the YA books for introductory, because really, Gerald is 1,000,000% correct that they give you the basics without the fluff, and it's written usually in a fairly readable and entertaining kind of way.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
Oh, Early Ritual. Yeah, okay. Early Ritual says, shatter your reality tunnel. Check out some Robert Anton Wilson. Yeah, okay. Maybe not to start out with, okay, Tom? Maybe like next week. But yeah, I'm getting exactly the same thing. The find something that you're interested in and follow that.
Yep.
If it's Egyptian history, go for it.
Yep.
Because there really isn't a whole lot of difference between. No, I shouldn't say there's not a whole lot of difference. Your personal development, like you're developing your personal interests, furthers your spiritual development. They go like this. So, yeah, libraries do indeed rock.
Yes, they do.
They rock big time. Libraries were my saving grace when I was a teenager trying to avoid my mother. I would go to my dad would take me to the library every Saturday. I would take out 7 books, which was the most they'd allow me, and I'd read one every single day.
Yep. And
yeah, it enabled me to like hide in my room.
Mm-hmm.
Annie, Tsukino, what should I let go of more at the moment? Well, yeah. Do you want to go?
I'm accessing.
Yeah, me too. Expectations, let go of them.
God, you're so right. I was just like going, stop trying to do what you think, what people want you to do. What you think people want.
The hell with people. I mean, not that, I don't mean that the way it sounds. Well, yeah, I kind of do. Never mind what people think is what you should do or what you shouldn't do or what. Never mind that. Like, check in with yourself and do what it makes your heart sing. What sounds really exciting. What sounds like fun. Do that. never mind what the neighbors think, because, like they've got their own lives to lead and it's nothing to do with you.
Well, and she said, "Oh yes, I feel that." And I think, and Annie, one of the things that is coming through, process everything, everything that I'm telling you, everything that Linda's telling you, you process it through your filters, and you decide, is this something that intrigues you? Is this something that excites you? Are you curious about that? Do you not care? And follow that, because that's the thing. Letting go of those expectations, because people they're suggesting things with good intent, but if it doesn't jive with you, then don't do it. Don't
Smile
worry
and
about it.
nod.
You don't have to apologize.
Yeah, just smile and nod and say, "Oh, thanks for the suggestion. I'll take it into
Yeah.
consideration,"
Mhm.
and then just drop it.
Yeah. Or you could just say, "Thanks for the suggestion."
Yeah.
Because you need, I mean, what is, the expectations and to trying to meet others goals and what they think are
Yeah.
really is really slowing you down.
It's a losing game. It's a total losing game, because the more you try to do that, the more you lose track of who you are.
Talk to the hand, as Cheryl said.
The more you do that, the more likely you are to leave your own self growth, selfhood actually in the dust behind you, as you run after somebody else's thing.
Yeah. And there are things, and I'm not saying disregard the things that you need to do, that are your responsibility to do. It's just that extra stuff.
Yeah.
Do all that you've agreed to do, and make sure that what you're agreeing to do is inspiring you.
Yeah. Yeah. I got nothing to add to that except, but drop the expectations, yours as much as anybody else's. But I think that you're more concerned about other people's expectations of what you should or what you should have accomplished by now, or what you should be trying to accomplish, or like all these shoulds, man, drop them.
Yes.
And go with what is bringing you joy. Go with what is inspiring to you. Go with what excites you. Yeah. Yeah. Hypnicity has a great suggestion too. Don't attach yourself to the outcome. Yeah. You are not your job. You are not your bank account. You are not your house or your apartment or whatever. Well, sort of in a way, because they reflect you, but you know what I mean. Okay. So Annie, is that, I hope that's helpful to you.
Annie said, "Love that. Great reminders, and thank
yeah.
you for the wisdom. Needed to hear that." You're very welcome. You're very
We're
welcome.
always here with the boot.
There you go.
Sorry. Maybe that wasn't funny. I thought it was.
It's okay.
Cheryl says, living your life and letting go of others' expectations is a tough lesson. Oh, honey.
It's ongoing.
It never stops. It never, ever stops.
Yep. Hi, Pixie Dust.
Hi, Pixie Dust. Thanks for your question, Annie. That was pretty awesome. Oh, okay. And next with the question is a light worker. They want to know, feeling stuck at the moment, any advice from guides? Awesome. Oh, you're welcome, Annie. Anytime.
Yep.
That's what we're here for.
All right. A light worker, I'm sorry. This is going to sound so weird. Change your bed linen, rearrange your bedroom is what first came through. There's a sense of feng shui and a sense of need of refreshing things, because you're needing a good night's sleep, because they're trying to, your guides have a tendency to engage with you when your brain is resting. And so, um, wash your bed linen, rearrange things, dust the bedroom so that you get a good night's sleep. And when you dust it early in the morning, so that when you curl into the bed, all of that dust is settled. Do a bit of a cleansing with that. Is the feeling that I got. It's one of those things that it's like, it's this. What I'm seeing is there's this cleansing ritual that it needs to go on, just to sort of, um, just to get unstuck. It's open the windows, dust, light some candles, burn some incense, sage, spray with Florida water or whatever, and just go for that. So that's what I have for you, a light worker. Does that make any sense? Smudge, sage. There's lots of ways to clear space.
Yeah, there are lots of ways to clear space. And I'll tell you, I can't use anything that requires burning because of the birds.
Of course.
So I use these little Tibetan bells that you hold up with
that works beautifully. Yes.
They have a really delightful, a really nice mong sound. I love it. Anyway, that's what I use for cleansing. Cheryl suggests painting a room also changes the energy, finances permitting. Yeah, and putting up paintings or art of some kind, that will help a lot.
Changing the art in a room can also change the energy.
Yeah. So. And make sure your bed is not in front of the door. Lots of energies come in through the door. So put your bed away from the door. I don't know how, I clearly have no clue how your bedroom is set up, but make sure, especially the head of your bed, the foot of your bed. Yeah, that's not so much, because especially if you're short like me, but the head of your bed should not be in line with the door.
Mm-hmm.
With a window is fine, but not semi-fine, but not a door. No mirrors facing the door either. Yeah, that's right. If you can keep mirrors out of the bedroom, that's the best. Put them like on the in a corner that's not reflecting anything, so that you scare the hell out of yourself.
Yeah. A light worker, if that makes sense to you. And like I said, that was totally random. It just popped out. I'm like going, refresh your bedroom.
Refresh your bedroom. And, you're another one that I'm getting you need more fun in your life. You need more uplifting energy. You need more laughs. You need more joy. You need to have some fun. You need to find something that makes you laugh really, really hard, because that'll raise your vibration real quick. And of course, the universal prescription for everybody is to meditate, to sit in stillness with yourself. But joy, you need to have more fun. You need to find something that's fun for you and do it. Doesn't matter what it is. Dance around, sing, holler, stomp, whatever. I hope that helps, light worker. Yeah. Refresh your bedroom and sing and dance. I don't know. That sounds like a great kind of prescription.
Thank you, light worker. I appreciate that question.
That was a good question. Thank you. Yeah. And I hope that helps. Oh, hypnicity. I got you again. That's weird. Okay. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. Never mind. Okay, next we have Rossi. Sorry, that took a few seconds because lots of people talking. I'm so happy to see you guys chatting with each other. That makes me happy. And the suggestions are really good. Next, we have Rossi, who wants to know what she is stuck with and what does she need to get unstuck. Oh, what are you stuck with?
Rossi, are you juggling a lot of plates? You're trying
Yeah.
to learn a lot of things. There's this sense of a bit of chaos energy around you,
Overwhelming.
overwhelming, and this trying to soak in all of the information, but it's not allowing it to. It's consuming it, but it's not allowing it to digest.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you need a little time and a little space and some sort of peaceful, quiet environment to let all of this settle into you and become a part of you.
well, it also feels very much like it's almost that you need to put on your schedule a time where you're going to compile all of your notes, review your notes. If you're look at what you've been working on. So it's almost like you need to schedule the weekly appointment for you to process all of that and to review it, because it can be overwhelming. It's also extremely healing. It's a very exciting thing, Rossi. It feels like you're learning an incredible amount of information. You want to learn all of this information and you're curious. Rossi said, I stopped the classes taking everything in, but I had to go back into the office. Okay. So there's this sense of an importance of allowing you to organize things and to plan your week so that you can have that process time. This needs to be done. It's like project manage your learning. You're stuck in that flying by the seat of your pants. This is due today. My boss just messaged me that, we have a meeting in an hour and you're expecting, this huge report. Plan a little ahead is what I'm feeling and what I'm sensing. So.
Calm. You need some calm, Rossi.
Mm.
You need to stop and take a deep breath and just chart out your day, like be organized, but so that you don't have to, you're not caught out thinking, what do I have to do now? So that you have, so that it gives you some calm and some space in your head, that you're not always looking for the next thing that's going to come up and bite you.
It's going to give you an understanding of what you have to deal with instead of it just showing up.
Yeah. I use a written calendar, which has like Post-it notes in it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got Post-it notes in it because I'm a big Post-it notes girl. I know it's old school. It works for me.
It works.
I also use my calendar and notes in my phone. But I find that while particularly when I'm watching something, it's just much more natural for me to reach for something to scribble on. And sometimes it's a Post-it note and then I have to put it where it goes. But, these are all things that you can figure out for your own self. but you need to be able to, you need to be in a space where you can take a deep breath and move on from one thing to the next without feeling scattered or pressured or that whole, oh my God, what was this? What I didn't read the email. All right. Read your emails. I didn't get the memo. Don't be doing that. And be really protective of your own headspace. Be really protective of your own headspace. You're not really, I'm not getting that you're actually really stuck. I'm getting that there's just a whole bunch of confusion, chaos, chaotic energy around you, that things just come up and hit you and you're going, where did that come from? And what I'm suggesting is just ways, and Gerald too, what we're suggesting is just ways of minimizing that coming up and hitting you.
Yep.
By organizing yourself and knowing what's coming next and knowing when the meeting is and making sure you're keeping track of what's due and when. Yep. and then calmly approaching what you have in front of you. Because it's a lot of just very like a whirlwind. And you need space. You need to create space for your own self just to digest what you're learning.
Yep.
You can't just keep cramming information. Well, I mean, you could, but part of the reason you're feeling this way is because you're just cramming information in, and it's not fully integrated into you now. And it's trying to integrate, and it needs space and it needs time. Mm-hmm. You need space. You need time to integrate that. So meditate. Calm. Some peaceful, still, calm time during the day or in the evening, whenever you need that to feel like yourself again.
Yeah.
To be able to feel.
Yeah. Tom, early ritual, as you were talking about being old school, said, Linda, you were talking to a guy who writes hashtags on index cards. You aren't old school.
Oh, Tom.
And actually, Rossi said, I've been used to multitasking, so I need to slow down.
Yeah, forget the multitasking.
Here's the thing about that, and this is from my experience. This isn't from guides or anything like that. You need to slow down so that you can actually work more efficiently and get more stuff done.
Yeah.
So.
And I have something to say about multitasking too. That comes from IT, right? It comes from setting up stacks and multiple threads so that multiple things can get processed at the same time. Mm-hmm. We're not computers. No. We don't multitask. We don't. We just don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're just believing that you can multitask. Drop that.
Rossi is in IT.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's like so magical. It's hilarious. Yeah. Oh, and Journey Through Heart, Mind, Body, Soul has an excellent suggestion. Listening to frequencies is an amazing way to calm the nervous system and relax the brain. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those solfeggio frequencies for like the aligning chakras and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Those are amazing. I 1,000,000% believe in that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody multitasks, Maria. Like that's just some BS that management has tried to,
it's about how quickly you can shift your attention. It's not really multitasking. So.
Yeah, exactly. Where nobody processes two things at the same time. Computers can, which we are not. Okay. Yes, Cheryl is absolutely right. The science is out. People cannot multitask. We change our focus and attention frequently. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Rossi says she didn't sleep, too many downloads. You know, I've had such busy sleep.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
I'm working while I'm sleeping. I hate it. Well, at least that's how I feel when I wake up. There's just weird stuff. You know, Rossi, I hope all of this helps. And yeah, I get it. So you've got a whole bunch of suggestions, not just from Gerald and I, but also from a whole lot of people in the chat. I love the way people are pulling out these wonderful suggestions and helping each other.
Best chatters.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Great community. So the queue is now empty and we're at
an hour and 26 minutes.
That's actually really good. Oh, Carl is still here, and Carl did have a question. Do you want to? Oh, wait! I have it. Carl had a question that I said we would answer if we didn't go too much overtime, so I'm going to post it now. Will I be able to keep my new place after Sunday? All the monies expecting are delayed, including the advance payment for jobs. Any other fund sources will come before Sunday, so I can stay here. I don't know, Carl. Last week when you were asking about that, and Diana and Viviani and I said there was going to be like last minute what is it, a Hail Mary? I don't know. I don't play football and I have no idea what the rules are. But something was going to happen at the last minute, and it did. And so I don't see you moving. I don't see you having to leave. So I am going to, and I see a big smile on your face. Or, well, joy. It's not a big smile. Because I can't actually see your face, but I see you like with golden pink joy. So I would say something happens at the last minute that saves your butt. Yet again, oh my God, you're so lucky. Go buy a lottery ticket.
Mm-hmm.
What are you getting, Gerald?
I'm getting at this. There's so many things going on around this that you have to stay very open to the possibilities of that Hail Mary happening. But that's all I'm getting. So I'm not getting anything beyond that. But while I am getting, you need to keep doing the actions that you need to take. Don't just wait. You still have to show up and you still have to do the work.
Yeah.
So,
don't sit there going, oh, something will happen, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
No, like do what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing to make that happen. Like making your own efforts towards yourself. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm sure something will happen.
Yes.
Well,
follow up on the jobs. Have that sense of expectancy that they will show up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And trust.
Positive expectations.
Yep. And as Maria is receiving abundance, trust, but take action.
Yes. Yes, that's an excellent way of putting it. Trust, but take action.
Yep.
And thanks, Liz. We love Gerald and Linda together too.
We do. We really do.
We have such a good time.
We do.
And yeah, follow up on the jobs and follow up on whatever else you have going on. And by the way, Orange is fine. Orange is his pregnant cat that disappeared during the move. Mm-hmm. Orange is fine. Yeah, she's fine. She's fine.
Thank you through heart, mind, body, and soul. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. What a lovely thing to say. Okay. Well, I think we're done. Yeah, you will find her, Carl. You absolutely will find her. I'm going to, do you want to do the healing and the clearing this week?
No. Maybe the next time. Because
Okay.
I'm like, suddenly I'm like going, what?
Sorry, I sprang it on you and I shouldn't have done that. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So I would like all of us together, all of us in the chat and ouch, to please, we're going to breathe together, okay? I know. Just bear with me, okay? Just stay with me for this. So we're going to take 3 deep breaths, fill up our entire lungs as full as we can, and hold it at the top, and then breathe out through our mouths. Now, we've all been breathing our whole lives, so we can do this. So hold it at the top and let it go. Let it go. And one more time. In, hold, let it go. I call on Archangel Michael. I call on Archangel Raphael and Sarael to lift the burdens from these souls, to clear and heal through all lifetimes, past and present and future, any blockages, any kinks, anything that is holding them back from their true soul's purpose. Light beings, angels, guides, and light beings, I call on you to assist in this. From every cell of every body, clear and heal, provide guidance and sustenance. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
And that was pretty cool.
It was great.
I got chills.
Mm-hmm.
Would you stop chewing my arm? Here, you come sit up here.
She's talking to Wanda, not me.
Yeah. Yeah. Wanda's just being annoying. She's just decided that I have a freckle that needs removing.
How helpful.
I know. Isn't she sweet?
Yes.
I would like to close by thanking the light for the truth. I would like to close by thanking the light for the healing energy. And I would like to close by thanking the light for the guidance and compassion towards our soul's purpose. And with this, we lock the records of all the people here and all those who will watch in the future. The records are now closed. Wow.
That was
and
great.
we're only half an hour over, and that was 15 questions, 14 questions. Getting better. Love you all. Oh, Gerald, what are you doing lately? What are you doing coming up? Sorry, in the coming up future.
Tomorrow, Friday, the 17th, Richie Longman Tarot has invited me on his channel. It is the pilot episode of the Tunkles, the Tarot Uncles.
Ooh, what time tomorrow?
That is 2 p.m. Eastern. So that would be 11 a.m. Pacific.
Okay, I'll try to be out of bed by then.
So you can stay in bed. I don't mind curling up with us in bed. Okay.
No, I meant awake. Okay.
Oh, awake. Okay.
I
And so I also have I'm doing yes no readings with Hershey and Thomas, and then I'm on polyterology, and then next Monday I have another laugh and learn about human design. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
So, yes, I'm looking forward.
Okay, I'm definitely going to have to wake up early for tomorrow. Polyterology, I love that show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's in the evening. That'll be at 7.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so 4 in the afternoon. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I'll be awake by then. Has these energies have been so crazy this last week. I have trouble sleeping. I have trouble falling asleep, and I have trouble waking up. And in between the falling asleep and the waking up, I do not stop dreaming. The dreams just don't stop, and they are very vivid, and they're very colorful, and they're very busy, and they're not scary or anything. And I'm not doing anything particularly outrageous. No. It's just that they're like, man.
Yeah. I was explaining on a show that I was on Monday is that there's so much energy and solar flares and all of that stuff going on. And for me, this just means that my dreams have been very vivid, very clear, very colorful.
Yeah.
And I wake up remembering them, which is pretty fascinating.
Yes. I don't normally remember my dreams, but I dreamt. I got to tell you guys this because this was so weird. Yeah, no, Liz, it's not just you. I dreamt about a sewing machine. Okay, and I know I'm telling you because I know you'll be interested in the sewing machine. Okay, the sewing machine was set out like a pilot's console, and there was glass tubes of things over it. Some of them had thread, some of them had, and it was shiny blue and very curvy, spaceshipy. And I was looking at it going, okay, where's the knee pedal or the foot pedal, or how am I going to make this work? And there was nobody operating it at the time, so I couldn't really, but I was being told, okay, and this is your sewing machine. And I'm going, it is. And it was gleaming and shimmering and so cool. I can't even begin to describe how cool it was. And I couldn't figure out how the thing worked. None of the, I have taken my sewing machine apart. I have an old 1961 Singer that used to be my mother's that has traveled with me all over the continent.
Yep.
And I have taken it apart. When I lived on Baffin Island, there is no sewing machine. So I got I wrote away and got the manual. I took it apart. I greased and cleaned everything, put it back together again. So sewing machines are not a mystery to me. But this one was just so.
I love that.
Yeah, weird. And I can see it in my mind's eye. If I could draw it all, I would be able to draw it for you. And I have no idea what the heck that means. It was amazing. Anyway, it was so cool. So that's the kind of dreams I've been having, is space age sewing machines.
There you go. Space age sewing machines.
So Friday you have 3 shows. Tomorrow you have 3 shows. And then Monday you're on again.
Yeah.
And then
Tuesday I have a back and forth with Jamie and Gerald.
Oh, that's right too.
Yep. And Monday evening is a caffeinated and unfiltered readings. So
I'll be there. Those are pretty much favorites with me.
they're fun.
And I am going to be back on Akashic Adventures on Tuesday at 2 Pacific and 5 Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
On that's the 21st, and then next week's live. And then on the 25th, I'm doing a special live with Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
No, 11 a.m. Pacific and 2 o'clock Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
That's a one-off. And then Sunday at 2 is the giveaway, Sunday the 26th. That's not this coming Sunday, but in a week, Sunday in 10 days.
Nice.
So
basically, people need to subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, so that you know what we're doing.
What's going on. Yes.
Yeah, so you know what we're doing and what's going on. And yeah. Anyway, am I forgetting anything? No, we've done the clearing. We've done the. Okay, no, nothing.
There you go. Thank you, everybody. This has been great.
Thanks so much for being here, everyone. We will see you again soon, I hope. Yep. Love you all.
Bye.
Like, share, subscribe. Bye.
Bye.